Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day 4 here on Cyan Beach, having us a good old time. We got 763 sneaky snacking already. That's surprising. All right, well, I did goof a little bit last night. I forgot to put Miascarada on the team. I left Swalot on the team, which we did get a few thousand extra dream shards because I did so. But unless we get 9 potatoes here, we're going to be in trouble. That doesn't look like 9. That looks like 7. Yikes, Oroni, bro. Yeah, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. I had exactly 0 potatoes when I woke up this morning. Wasn't even thinking. I just went to bed, put Swalot, or had the team as is, trying to get some ingredients stacked up so we could swap into some other stuff, and wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, nor my ingredients. But, you know, luckily, it's a chill week. It doesn't really matter this week. I did have to make overheat ginger salad for lunch yesterday because we didn't have the oil we needed, which is one of the reasons why we're trying to level up our Dragonite to level 60 to help with that oil situation. Toxicroak is the same story. If we can get him to 60, oil will also be taken care of there. I could make the immunity leak salad, but honestly, I think I'm going to make Fury Attack salad. I want to save the leeks. I don't want to use them just yet. So we're gonna make that. It's a very, very, very low tier dish. But let me double check. We should have plenty of ingredients to throw in here. Let me just make sure we're not throwing in something we need for Sunday. Yeah, we don't need honey. Wanted to make sure we didn't need honey before I threw that in there. We got that honey from our stamp reward card, and then we don't need the ginger, and that will hopefully finish it out, but we may be 1 or 2 shy. No, okay, we got it. That was plenty. Sweet. All right, I would like to swap in the Prime XP team again this week. I want to get as much XP on them as possible, but we just need to get our ingredients to a point where I can do so. And honestly, that's my only goal this week. On top of trying to find some of the good stuff that spawns here that we're looking for, trying to get as much XP on the Prime XP team as possible. If we can do that, we'll be in a really good boat. Especially if we can get all of them to level 60. Well, at least the 4 of them. I am having to put Toxicroak on the Prime XP team just to keep oil production going because of how much it brings in. It's not quite enough, but you know, it is what it is. Master 11, we're doing pretty good. We're just chilling this week anyway. Like I said, what did I say we were going to get to? Maybe Master 13 or so. I was expecting about 1 million, but you know, we got a couple of lucky full odds extra tasties, so that was nice. About an extra 150 grand there. That was unexpected. I'll take it. But if we keep this up and we keep having to make Fury Attack corn salad, maybe 1 million's all we're gonna get to, but I doubt it. But let's grab our 200 sleep points. It's gonna put us at a grand total of 2,520. Very good, very good. Don't have anything I want to buy just yet, I don't believe. But the shop is about to update. By the time this video goes live, there should only be a few hours left for some of you. Some of you it may have already rotated, but it is going to happen soon. 15 diamonds. So make sure to buy what you want to buy before it rotates. You know what? Just in case, let's go ahead and go back through and make sure we got everything we want. I actually would like that dream cluster, that medium dream cluster. Let me hold off a second, though. Let me double check the regular shop since that's only going to leave us with 1,800. Let's see. Is there anything that I for sure want to buy from here? The easy travel ticket. We do have 10 already. I'm going to buy more. I feel like I want more. That's an easy 100 sleep points. The Evo items, we just buy those as needed. We don't stock those up. So yeah, we'll buy the dream cluster. I think I'm going to hold off on the medium handy candies as much as I would like them. You know what? I might, but No, I think I'm going to hold off. We do have good sleep day coming up, so we will get 2,000 sleep points for that next week. But, how many do I have? I do have 7. I would like more. I'll buy 1. I don't want to spend too many sleep points here. I want to save some for tomorrow. We'll see what happens tomorrow. And hopefully be able to buy out more of the stuff from the shop next time around. But we'll see. For now, let's dive into the sleep report and let's see what we got going on. hopefully some good stuff. If I can get Slumbering Sleep type, that would be fantastic. Pretty much everything I want on this island is on Slumbering, which is unfortunate, but it does mean that if we get Slumbering, pretty good chance that we're going to find something we're looking for. That's looking pretty Slumbering. 58%. Ooh, that's looking pretty good. There it is. Nice. Finally, for the first time this week. At least we got 8 spawns and a good amount of drowsy power, like 80 something million maybe. So we should hopefully see a few things that we're looking for, and 3 stars is nice. 78.5 million drowsy power. Good stuff. All right, so we're looking for Farfetch'd, Wooper, Happiny, not Pseudo Wudo. Okay, well, you know, that is what it is. Come on. Trico would be nice, but that's not on Slumbering. Uh-oh. I mean, more Quaxley candy's good. So we got Golduck, Croconaw, Mime Jr., Quaxley, Pseudo Wudo, Bonsley, Rufflet, and a Golduck. So nothing that we actually want to catch. Wow. Farfetch'd I was really looking for. Happiny especially. What else? Oh, man. Quaxley Candy's nice. Hungry Rufflet's interesting. You know what? I might catch that Hungry Rufflet, actually. Actually, I think that's the right call. Because it'll let me not spend any more biscuits. I don't need to catch Quaxley. I just need it to show up for the candies. Of course. Oh, man. Now I kind of feel bad if I use the premium biscuit on that. Man, there's nothing else here that I want to spend a biscuit on. There's legit nothing here for me to catch other than the Rufflet. I mean, I could spend the premium biscuit on the Quaxley, but unless it's a big hit, it doesn't matter. Because then I'd have to use a Poke Biscuit anyway that I don't want to use. This is just an unfortunate circumstance. But yeah, there's nothing else here I want to catch. So I'm just going to catch the Rufflet with the premium biscuit, and we're going to move on. And hopefully this one turns out better than the one I had before. Which the one I had before was only really good with a neutralizing mint. But that neutralizing mint did make it pretty good. So if we can get this to be pretty good without the neutralizing mint, that would be fantastic. But we'll see what happens. You know, maybe this is the one, maybe not. Only one way to find out. And that's going to be to... Ooh, actually, I don't know if I send out the Rufflet or the Quaxley candy. I'm going to send out Quaxley for now, but that's an interesting question. Rufflet or Quaxley candy in this situation? I feel like both are useful in their own regards, but maybe the Quaxley candy is more useful because it's 2 ingredients instead of Rufflet's Berry Burst. But also, I feel like Rufflet's rare enough that sending it out could... You know, you could make a good argument for that. I don't know. Anyway, we got 4,110 research XP and 7,116 dream shards. Very nice. Rufflet, what is the deal with you? Level 15 and lonely. Ooh, lonely is speed of help up, energy recovery down, I believe. We got sausage, corn, sausage. Well, we got skill level up in the level 10 slot, so there's that. Ooh, it's actually not too bad. If we get skill trigger in level 50, this might be pretty decent. Inventory up M. Ooh, ingredient finder M. Skill level up M on top of that. Helping speed M. Honestly, the only bad thing here is that ingredient finder M. Speed of help up with energy recovery down is not terrible. We can work around that pretty easily. We really needed skill trigger. Really needed skill trigger. This one's not going to be bad, though. This is going to be pretty decent. So we'll see how it stacks up at level 50. Come on. There's level 30. Oh, no. Oh, no. 50's already done. I just didn't see it moving because it's a gray bar. Yeah, 3.2 versus 4.7. And the only seed investment we can make to make this any better is inventory up M to L at 25. And I don't think that's really going to help much. I don't think that's going to help much. A neutralizing mint is actually going to hurt this because speed of help up does help this particular Pokemon. But also, I feel like we want berry finding as well. kind of feel like I want berry finding as well. Instead of one of those skill level ups, give me berry finding and then give me skill trigger instead of the ingredient finder. That would have been really good, I believe. You know what? Before I do that, before I experiment, let's rate this as total strength. Yeah, total strength is pretty decent. It does get worse over time because the ingredient finder does not help at all. Yeah, 25.6 versus 17.1. Yeah, berry finding, helping speed. Skill level up is interesting. Double speed. Interesting. Brave. Interesting. You know what? That's cool though. Let's do the little experiment that I was thinking. Let's get rid of skill level up. Let's say instead of skill level up, we got berry finding, and instead of ingredient finder, we got skill trigger M there. Just out of curiosity, bro. Just out of curiosity. Let's see. Yep. That's what it is. So basically just building it the same way as a septile. I also have never used a rufflet, so I know I've heard good reports about rufflet. So this would be a good one to catch if I could get one that is basically going to be the same kind of build as a septile. Berry finding, skill trigger, and what was the other one? Wow. Speed. Double speed. A speed up nature would be really good. Comparatively, level 50. Interesting that, I mean, I guess this is because it's not taking into account the healer for the calculation here. It's just looking at this Pokemon in isolation. But I would rather have energy recovery down because we do have a good healer to not have to worry about that. So I would rather do that. Also still seeing skill level up instead of skill trigger. Really interesting. I wonder. Oh, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Just took a little bit of thought. It took me a second to get there, but I get it. The level of the skill, the production you get from getting it to a certain level breaks the threshold for the number of skill triggers at a lower level. But if you're looking at it at a maximum level, you obviously want more triggers versus skill level up M if you're going to have it at max level anyway. So that makes sense. Hopefully my explanation made sense. But yeah, so I get it. I get it. Sadly, this is one I think we're going to send to the professor. It's, I might have to compare it to the other one, but it's not looking great. And if I'm going to invest in one, I want it to be the right one. So I think I'm going to send this one to the professor and we're going to move on, sadly. We'll just catch another rufflet another day. At least that means there's rufflet that we can catch on Cyan Beach. So, you know, something else to add to the list. Maybe we'll be on Cyan Beach for a long time. But let's see if we got... No, we do not have new news. Not surprising at all, but there it is. I'm super excited about this. I'm so ready for Toxel and Toxtricity. Little side note, when I played through Sword and Shield, I got the amped form, didn't get low-key. So it'll be my first time catching a low-key one or getting a low-key one whenever we do get it. But it was on my team the entire time. Once I got it, it never left my team. So really looking forward to getting that and seeing how well they function in Pokemon Sleep. I think a lot of people in their speculation is correct that it's probably going to be plus and minus. That was already the speculation once they dropped Plusle and Minun and had their skills be plus and minus. So probably correct that these are also going to be plus and minus, but you never know. They may surprise us. But I also kind of see them throwing in plus and minus on Toxtricity just to get more plus and minus Pokemon out there quickly, since it is an interesting concept. So wouldn't surprise me. But that leaves the question of, do they add more plus and minus next up? And if so, who's it going to be? For some reason, Cling Clang is coming to mind, and I don't think they're plus and minus. I don't think they have plus and minus in the main series games, but I don't remember. But I'm sure that you can let me know in the comments what other Pokemon have plus and minus, because maybe they'll be coming soon. So there's at least 3 pairs of Pokemon with plus and minus. That would be interesting. And then I think after that, they could diversify a little bit, but I don't think the very next Pokemon will be plus and minus. Probably get a regular berry ingredient skill specialist that doesn't have plus or minus, and then the next one be plus and minus. That'd be interesting, but we'll see what happens. For now, just looking forward to these guys. And, you know, that little bit of speculation out of the way. Let's go check our community reports. Should be a good amount of them today. Ooh, 40. Very nice. Very nice indeed. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The doubled up out of 40. Not bad. Not bad at all. At almost a third. Very, very good. All right. Let's back it up. Bag it up. All right. Let's see what we're going to do about this team. Probably not much, to be honest. We're kind of at a point where I really just want to get as many ingredients for this green grass salad as possible. And now we can make green grass salad, which, you know what? It's lunchtime. Let's go ahead and make green grass salad. Why not? Let's get that out of the way, and then we can just stock up for the rest of the day. Very good. No, we can't, because we don't have the oil. See what I mean about the oil being the problem? So I think I know what I'm going to try to do on this next mini candy boost. We're just going to see how far we can go with mini candy boost for our Dragonite boy, because we need to solve this oil problem. It is a problem. Not a huge problem, because it's not often we get salads, but definitely something I need to solve. That's the curry team. Prime XP team is what I was looking for. Dragonite, once we get curries, we'll be in a really good boat. Once we get, or not curries, wow. Once we get oil, we'll be in a really good boat. Once we get curries, what am I thinking? I don't know. We'll be in a really good boat once we get oil unlocked. It will produce 74 roughly on average oil per day versus 54 from Toxicroak, which granted, once we get Toxicroak to 60, if we ever do that, 70, which is still not as good as Dragonite at 60. So we'll see what happens. But the real fun magic comes in at level 75 when we get that inventory up L. That's where the magic happens, you know, in a year and a half when we get there. But for now, if we can just get to 60, we'll be in a really good boat. Really, really good boat. And let's go ahead and set you back to 47. Job done. So that is probably going to be my main focus for this next candy boost. We focused on Tyranitar last time. We're out of Larvitar candies. I might need to go to Lapis to get some Dratini candies, because that's a problem too. I don't know if we have a whole lot of type candy. I mean, we have a few type candies. That can get us through a little bit, but not much. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. But... oh, yeah, I guess I could use main skill seeds on you and get your skill to a higher level. Since it doesn't trigger as often, we could make each trigger... I cannot words. Wow. Make each trigger worth more, since you don't get too many per day. 1 per day on average. So, yeah, we could do that, but we'll hold off on that. We're not going to do that just yet. But getting this guy to level 60 will be very nice. I'll be very happy once we do that. That will hopefully vastly alleviate our oil issues, as well as giving us a solid herb producer. So we'll see what happens. For now, though, there's not a whole lot going on. I do need some more oil, but it doesn't look like we're going to get it. And I think I'm just going to leave the team as is for a while. I don't think we're going to do anything. Oh, wrong one. Green grass salad. I mean, we do have enough corn for a while. I could take Beware off the team, but I think I'm just going to leave him on just for one more day. Probably until the end of the day, as long as Gardevoir doesn't slack off. And we can get... hopefully enough corn to get us through most of the rest of the week. Actually, we only need to go through Saturday, so we're in a pretty decent boat, but we still got some room to grow, you know? Still got some room to grow. We're not quite to 5 at the moment, and we need enough for 8 meals. So maybe by the end of the day, we'll have close to what we need, and then Gardevoir can give us the rest through the little bit of corn that he brings in per day, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. For now, like I said, just going to leave the team as is. And I think that's where we're going to wrap things up for today. So, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers Illusion, YT, Husky Star, JP, Barty, Rogue Bastion, Josh Garrett, and SDK Posse. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel for just as low as $1 per month, you can do so by clicking that subscribe or join plus button right below this video. Also, you can find in the description the link to my Ko-Fi for a one-off donation, and a huge shout out to Star Parade for that donation yesterday. Thank you very much. You can also find links to my live stream channel to come hang out while we play other games, as well as the link to the Discord where you can come hang out with a cool group of people, talk about Pokemon Sleep, and other fun stuff. But other than that, y'all have a good night. And until next time, later, dudes.